Welcome back to Lemonade and Bits with Sheil. I'm Sheil, and this is the channel where we talk a little bit about love, a little bit about life, a little bit about relationships, sometimes a little bit about my opinion, but most of all, offer a little bit of encouragement. Thank you so much for joining me today to sip a glass of lemonade and talk about our topic for today, which is never lose your power. Now, when I talk about power, in this sense, I'm talking about your attitude, your control, your peace, your calm, your atmosphere. This is your power. And sometimes we can allow people to take our power away. Let me give you an example. If something has gone on, or you have had some type of relationship breakdown with a person, and that person, if the thought of them or the mention of their name, or if they walk into a room that you're in and it causes you to have some type of reaction that in a negative way, like, oh Lord, here she come, or oh my God, I can't believe they're here. I can't, let me get over here so they ain't got to say nothing to me. That kind of thing. If you're having those types of reactions to people and it's changing your atmosphere when they walk into the room, or hearing their name changes your tone or your mood, then that person has power over you. They have power over you. So, and that's something that we don't want. I mean, we can't, we need to know who we are. And we can't let someone else have that type of power and control over us. So I do have a couple of pointers on how to not lose your power. So the first thing is accept people. And when I say that, I mean just know that just people, no one's perfect. Everyone has flaws. Everyone has imperfections. Everyone have made choices that they're not really proud of. Have not made good decisions. That's everyone. So the first thing to do is to accept that. Just accept people. That's people. That's every single person. So I know you're saying duh, but hold on, because we're going to build on it. So that's the first thing. Accept people. Accept them in knowing who they are and that they are flawed people. The second thing is forgiveness. Now, this goes back to the very first thing, which is accept them. Know that they do have flaws. They do have imperfections. And the way we get our power back is we have to forgive them. If we're holding things in our heart, against people, and that's what it is. Just so you know, when someone enters in and they changes your atmosphere, just the thought of them, or just the mention of their name, or the sight of them, then that means that there's something in your heart. You're holding things or memories or whatever in your heart about that person. So therefore, it disturbs your peace. It disturbs your calm. It disturbs your control. So that's what we're talking about. So that forgiveness, that's how you get your power back, or you start to get your power back. It's by forgiving them. And you forgive them because you accept them, accept that they are flawed people. And then you forgive them. The second thing is remember who you are. Remember your imperfections and your flaws. So that's just so important, because you too are flawed, and we all are. We all have imperfections, and like I said, we all make choices that are not great. There's a lot of things that we wish we could take back or we could do different. And every single one, everybody has been hurt and has hurt someone else. That's like every single person on this earth. That's the fact for everybody. Everyone has hurt somebody, and they have been hurt. Everyone has. So, and they've done things they're not proud. Everyone has. Everyone has done something or said something that was offensive or hurt someone else. That's everybody. So when we remember this and include ourselves in this, you too, me too, I've done things that, I'm not proud of. I said things and I've reacted in ways that I'm not proud of. We all have. So once we take all of this into account, then when we're dealing with someone else, in order to continue these healthy relationships, we have to remember that. And so that is important. That's the part of forgiveness. When you remember that you too have done something, you too have said something, you've acted in a way that was unseemly at some time. So, and that helps you to forgive that person. And also, the Bible tells us that we are to do unto others as we would have them do unto us. Now, if we know that we've done things and that we really were really sorry about it, repented about it, and we wanted people to forgive us, then that's the same thing we have to give other people. You have to give that to other people because that's what you want for yourself. And if we would just see things in that term and realize, in relation to people, it's a reflection of us, then we would treat people much better. It would be much easier to forgive. And yes, sometimes forgiveness is hard. And I know, especially when people have done some really, really, really tough things. For real. But somehow, in order to regain our power and not let that have power over us, we have to forgive. Now, and the fourth thing is clear the air. If it's repetitive behavior, something that keeps happening that causes you to feel the way you do about a person, then it is recommended that you talk with that person. Now, when I'm saying talk with that person, not in anger. Don't wait until something has happened and then you go, because then you really are going to have a breakdown in that relationship. What I'm saying is that you go to them, when you can, at a peaceful time, and say, look, when you do this, then it hurts me, or when you do this, it offends me, and I don't like it when, you have to do that to get that releases that thing that you have kept silent in your heart and causes you to hold strife and stuff against this person. Then you release that, and that helps you to get your power back. That really gives your power back, because once you let a person know that something they're doing or saying or a way that they're being is affecting you in a negative way, once you let them know that, then they no longer have that excuse to say, oh, well, I didn't know you felt like that. Well, I didn't know. Well, now you know. Now you're released, because accountability is with that person. You've done what you were supposed to do. You let them know, hey, I still like you, I still love you, but this is what it is. And once they take responsibility for that, then that's it. But whether they take responsibility for it or not does not matter anymore. Once you bring it forth to them, you bring it, up to them, and you put the ball in their court, then the ball is in their court. You have done what you were supposed to do. You forgave them. You accepted that this may be something they're not even aware of, but yet it's still happening. So you just make them aware of it. Now that they're aware of it, you have no more control. They're either gonna, fix that behavior. They're gonna modify that behavior because the relationship is important, they value the relationship, or they may continue to do the same things. Either way, they have no excuse anymore to say, oh, I didn't know that. Now they know. But the point is that now you have your power back, because it's out there, it's in the open, and it's what they chose to do. And however they choose to handle that, that is upon them. You are free. You are, walking in your power. Because you guys, we can't control how other people feel. We can't control how they think. We can't control their actions. But what we can control is us. We can control how we react to what's going on and how we process that. And that's what this is. Every step that I've given you about acceptance of people, and being knowledgeable about yourself, and remembering who you are, and forgiveness, clearing the air. All of this is a process, and we have to go through that process with every person in our life, because we have relationships with all these different people, different types of relationships. And remember, before we talked about how relationships, there are breakdowns in relationship, and this is how we go through the process with each one. Because at first, the act is going to throw you off, and it's going to make you feel a certain type of way, but then you have to go through this process in your mind and in your heart and say, okay, well, I've done some stuff too. Once the anger, because first thing, most of the time, you're hurt or you're humiliated, and that's what causes anger. So once you get through that process, and you can say, okay, well, I accept that they have flaws. I know that I have flaws. I'm going to forgive them, and I'm going to let them know that this bothers me if you haven't already. So, and yes, it is a process. It's a daily process, and it takes work. It takes work on the inside of us to do that. So, you guys, I just want to encourage you and just to live your best life. We have to learn how to stay free. We have to learn how to walk in our power and to keep our power and never relinquish our power to these things that really don't make a big difference, because it's us. We have to maintain us and the care of us and the ones around us. And so, and we will be having more on this. Next couple of videos will be on heart care for the soul, because heart and soul do go together. So we're going to be doing that. I thank you so much for joining me today on Lemonade and Biscuit Shield. And don't forget, you guys, if you're looking at this and you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe. Like it, share, please comment. I thank you for the ones that comment all the time. I would love to hear new comments. So God, thank you, and I love you guys. Thank you so much. Bye.